Well, well, well. Everybody hear me? Let me know if my mic's good, if anything's bad. Haven't been on in a minute. Hopefully everything's working. I think everything should be working. What's up? Haven't been on for a few, so I figure I'd check in and see what you guys are up to. Um, Thanks to all my subs. Thanks to all the guys that have been checking out my videos. Took a little bit of a hiatus from working on this, working on work stuff, and seeing what's doing there. So thanks again to all the subs. A couple things to talk about. You guys see the Kirk Hammett, the Kirk Hammett Gibson guitar thing? They went through all of his guitars. That guy from Gibson went over. He used to work for Norms and went over and went through all of Kirk Hammett's guitars, checking them out. And he had some pretty cool guitars. So I'm not sure if you guys got a chance to check that out, but I thought that was a cool watch. Kirk Hammett's always got some pretty cool guitars on the in his collection. So I'm not sure if you guys got a chance to check that out, but that was pretty cool. Let me see who's in the chat here real quick. Ronnie Parker, what's up, Ronnie? Ronnie's in the chat. Darren Always Faithful, that is the Warren D. Martini, that is Darren, and Mikey's in the chat. I went on a little early tonight. We'll see how this goes and see if we can get something going. Let me know if my volumes are good, if everything's good. If you could let me know, I'd appreciate it. And let's see, the guitars. So, what have I purchased lately? What have I been chasing? It's not good for me to have days off, because if I have days off, I end up running around town looking for deals or anything like that. So picked up a couple guitars. Uh, Picked up an Ibanez Gem. Picked up that Frampton. Uh, that Frampton's a really cool guitar. Ronnie Parker says last episode he saw was the Paul Stanley guitars. Yeah, they did a really good one with Kirk Hammett recently. Went through his collection. He's got that guy's got a lot of guitars. That guy's got a lot of guitars to check out. So again, if you guys could had some went to go live a couple I don't know, a while ago, and had some technical difficulties with regards to uh, my internet. So just let me know if my audio's good, if everything's good. If anything isn't good, let me know what's not good and I can tweak it. I'd appreciate it. Oh, Robbie Stingle's in the chat. What's up, Robbie? How's it going? That's the Kramer aficionado. Uh, yeah, let me know if you guys have any. I'm kind of hesitant right now because I know if everything's working well. Zach Thong's in the chat. What's up? So getting back to the okay, Robbie says sounds good. Thank God, because I've been nervous for the last like how many minutes have I been live? We're sitting here. I don't know, if this stuff's working. Um yeah, the Gibson behind the music with uh the guy from Norm's Rare Guitars was really cool. Got some cool guitars to look at. So if you get a chance, go check out the Gibson show with Kirk Hammett. It was good. So yeah, like I was saying, now that I know that my audio is working, picked up an Ibanez Gem, which you can see hanging back there. That's a floral. Um, Got it from a guy that locally put it on Craigslist for 3,800. I think he put it on for, and that's a 1988. That's a first run. So I hit the guy up and I gave him the price that I would do, and he accepted. Went and met him. He come to find out he was a surgeon or a doctor that bought a ton of guitars. Was showing me his guitar collection when he was when he started his residency, and was just buying guitars like crazy. And they've been in storage for years. So it was really cool to hear his story and to check out his guitar collection. He said he had a bunch of block letter EVHs that he was gonna PVs. I don't have a block letter. I sold it during the COVID time when they were going for stupid money because I just didn't use it. So he was going to hit me up and let me know if he still had him, and I haven't heard from the guy, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. But yeah, that's a cool 1988 Ibanez Gem back there. The floral, which I always thought was a cool guitar, so scored that. And then let's see, the other day I went up to there's a town locally, Cave Creek, that Black Mountain Guitars. Shout out to Ed at Black Mountain Guitars. He had a here. Let me grab it. He had a Eddie Van Halen. He had two of them. He's got two of them. He still got the red one. This is black. They made 600 of these out of the 6,000. It's mint. Still, they got the original paperwork inside the case. And so shout out to Ed at Black Mountain Guitars. Still has a red one, mint condition. I would say I think he wants 6 grand for it. I think he wants 6 grand for it. So if you are looking for a Ernie Ball Music Man Van Halen and you're looking for red, hit up Ed at Black Mountain. Let him know that I sent you over there, and he may even be flexible on that price. Scoring one of these is impossible in this condition, in my opinion. The plastic still on the back plates are on two of them. There's not a scratch on it. There's not a ding on it. And it's staying in the case. The black faded really bad. I used to have one of these in 90. I think I bought it around 94. And it was turning green because that's what they did. They faded. This one is not faded at all. It's a nice black. And I'm just going to leave it in the case so it will not be fading. But if you're looking for an Ernie Ball Van Halen, Black Mountain Guitars got a nice red one. And let Ed know that I sent you. Let me put this back before I break it. So yeah, the Ibanez Gem was a cool score. I feel 3 grand for that guitar is ridiculous because if you look at them on Reverb and stuff, I mean, no, they do fluctuate. I think I could probably come close to doubling. And then I started chasing the Gem 777s, and I found one in Michigan at a guitar store, and then somebody bought it, and I got off. I kind of quit because I just don't. I'm not a big Gem guy, but it's cool to have at least one. Let's see who else is in the chat here real quick. Guys, have any questions on anything at all? You can email me directly at 40 Grit Guitars. I will be at the NAMM show. Got my NAMM badges. Not sure if you guys caught that, but I'll be at the NAMM show. I'll probably go Friday and Saturday, and I'll be bopping around. And hopefully, supposedly EVH is supposed to be here this year. And I'm going to take my boy. We're going to go walk around and check out some guitar stuff. So hopefully we bump into Wolfgang. That'd be pretty cool this year. So yeah, Zach Thong's here. He said, stream sounds good. Yeah, so I bought some new gear before last time I was on, and I just didn't get a chance to like set it up and everything. And then I did a show, or I did, offline with my boy, and we got it all set up, I think. And so I'm glad it sounds good. I don't feel apprehensive coming on now because I was a little apprehensive to come on because I didn't know if it was working correctly. So looks like Allie's here. What's up, Allie? How you doing? Let's see. JP21's in the chat. What's up, Jarrell? How you doing? Rod 44 DC's in the chat. Rod 44 DC's always got cool questions. Let's see here. Ronnie Parker, 40. Have you seen that new Randy Rhoads documentary? This has been uploaded to YouTube. It's about an hour and 45 minutes. Is that the one that, is it new? Because if it's like really new, then I haven't. I saw the one that they did when they interviewed all the Quiet Riot guys and all that stuff, but maybe I'm missing something. But that'll give me something to do tonight because I don't have to be at work till 12 o'clock tomorrow. So I'll be looking at that tonight. I'll go on YouTube and search tonight and see if I can find it. I have not seen it if it's new. Zach Thong, everybody's chatting with each other. That's cool. GMT Builds, wow, looks like a licensed Floyd. That's a Godo on the Ernie Ball. They put Godos on those. The original Guitar World, or the guitar for the practicing musician, Ed had a Floyd on his Amber one, and then they ended up going with Godo. So that's a Godo. That's a Godo Floyd on all of the Ernie balls, from what I know. It's a Godo. By the way, speaking of licensed Floyds, FU Tone was nice enough to do a coupon over the holiday for Thanksgiving, so hopefully you guys took advantage of that. I bought a bridge. I always buy a bridge because I know I'm going to use it. And those are, I think Godo makes those for him. Just looking at them, I think those are FU Tones constructed by Godo is what I'm thinking those are. And then, oh, well, that takes me into a whole new conversation. Have you guys seen the new Pete Thorne, the Charcoal Sparkle? It's got the FU Tone bridge on it. And Pete did that for himself for his classic rock show gigs overseas because he wanted to have a Floyd Rose on his signature model. And I guess he had a good response on that guitar, so they decided to make it a mass production guitar, or a production guitar. They're gonna make it a production guitar. So I contacted Sweetwater. And I said, hey, let me know. I let my my Sweetwater guy, let me know when one of those comes in, because I will be buying one of those. They're really cool. And I like it that it has a Floyd on it. And I was waiting for a Floyd Rose, Pete Thorne, and now they got one. So I'm going to go after that guitar. But here's what was interesting. So he said, yeah, I'll let you know when they come in. And I'll let you know when they come in. And I got a text message from him a couple days later. And he said, hey, I got one. Somebody backed out. Do you want it? And my knee-jerk reaction was, yes, send it. And I said, well, hold on a second. Send me pictures, send me weight. Why do I say that? Because of that guitar. I got that guitar. They came in. They didn't send us pictures. There's no pictures. There's no weights of them. All that yada, yada, yada. And I'm at the point now to where I really don't want to buy guitars anymore unless I'm putting hands on them, because that guitar was a nightmare. The setup on that guitar, that was a $2,300 guitar or something like that, and I got it. The string alignment's off. Would I have bought that one if I had the choice? Probably not. I fixed everything on it, so it's cool. But what I highly recommend to you guys before you go spending your hard-earned money, because everybody's money right now is hard-earned. Before you go spending that money, make sure you at least see pictures, check string alignment, check for anything that looks funky to you. If it looks funky, then just move on, because sending back something to anybody is a pain in the ass, except for Amazon. So I mean, I bought a shirt the other day. I bought a Marshall shirt the other day because I couldn't find my Marshall shirt. I had a really cool Marshall shirt, totally faded out, cool looking shirt. Used to wear it all the time. Went to go look for it the other day, can't find it. Okay, probably got lost when I moved from years ago. And so I bought another one from Sweetwater. I got it, and it says extra large, and it says I'm not even sure if it fit one of my grandkids. So I thought that was a little interesting. So again, before you buy anything, at least touch it, and make sure it's good. But I will be buying one of those Pete Thorne Floyd Rose guitars. They're cool. So if you haven't seen them, check them out. They're cool, and yada, yada. So Zach Song says, nice guitars. Umberto's in the chat. What's up, bro? How's the Texas Ghost doing? Texas Ghost doing well, I hope. Let me know. Let me know if it's she's still alive and kicking. JMT Builds, you haven't been in my chat before, man. Welcome. Appreciate you popping in tonight. Nice to see everybody here. Like I said, went on a little bit earlier. I know that OU812's on tonight. I want to, jump in when I'll probably be watching those guys, and just wanted to jump in and let you guys know that all is well here. Ronnie Parker says, okay, that may be the one you're talking about. Yes, they talked to Drew, Kelly, and Kevin. Yeah, I've seen that one. Hey, man, that's a really good documentary, and it's cool. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, make sure that you go, and if you're a Randy fan, I mean, I'm a Randy fan. Make sure you go and check that out. There's a really good documentary about Randy Rhoads' Quiet Riot days into Ozzy. The introduction 2 Ozzy, 4 Randy from what's his face, the guy from Slaughter. I forgot his name is, but yeah, cool stories about all that stuff. Let's see, GMT Builds. I have the same guitar. Bought it from a reverb seller in Tennessee. Would like to trade it for the black version. Good luck. I assume you're talking about the Kramer. You bought the white one. If I was going to buy that Kramer, I wouldn't buy the black one. I would buy the white one. I've got the 84 Beretta, the sports build. And so that one's in black. That's more the Mick Mars Wild Side guitar. But the white one is the OG, very simply the best guitar but you can buy today. White Kramer, and that's a good one, man. So that's a good one. Jimmy Biter's in the chat. Good luck tonight, sir. I wish you. I assume you'll probably be on there. I'll jump on there and see what you guys are doing tonight. Dana Strum, there you go. There he is, Dana Strum. That's the guy from Slaughter that introduced Ozzy to Randy Rhoads. So if you don't know that story, that's a good one as well, because Ozzy came high as a kite and or drunk or whatever it is. So why did I pass on it? I passed. Well, no, I didn't. I didn't pass on it. My engineer called me and said, "Hey, we have a Thorn, sir, the Charcoal Sparkle, which I think is that's such a cool guitar." You know, Pete did a quick chat about it on YouTube and said, "Hey, man, you know, I got this guitar coming out. There's a lot of demand for it, so here it is. They put a FU tone bridge on it. That's going to be a cool guitar, man. I'm definitely getting one because I've been waiting on the Floyd Rose on a Pete Thorn." But I didn't want to make the move until they did a Floyd, just because I like having a Floyd. I don't mind a 2-post or a 6-screw or anything, but if I'm going to spend money like that, I'm going to want a Floyd Rose. So the reason I passed is no pictures, no weight. I mean, I'll get it, it'll be all like destroyed again, and I'll be disassembling it like I had to do that one, and I'm not doing it. I told my engineer, I said, "Hey, bro, last time I bought a guitar without putting eyes on it or whatever, I spent a couple hours on it getting it right. So I'm not doing that no more. I'm getting too old to. I'm not getting too old, but maybe my patience level's dropping with regards to spending thousands of dollars on a guitar and you get it and it's all funked up. So hey man, hey Metal Cop, thanks for being here, bro. I've been watching your videos. You put stuff on. You put some cool stuff on. I watched one about a Jackson headstock. There was something about a Jackson headstock I was scrolling through. So yeah, man, you got some cool videos, bro. You got some cool stuff. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Zach Thong says my customer acoustic has the 510 machine head in gold. The 510 bridge is a great bridge. So those are good bridges. I assume that's what you're saying. Okay. So let's see what else. Okay. So again, let me put my email address up here just so that you guys know that you can email me directly at 40 Grit Guitars. I've been getting some people asking me questions on those emails, so I'm glad that I put those email addresses, my old email. If you watch the old shows, it's my dtuner5150 at Gmail, but I figured since I was getting quite a few emails, might as well set up one for this channel. So you can email me on either one, but I appreciate you guys emailing me because you guys have some good questions sometimes, or ask me stuff, or ask me if I want to sell something, or something like that. But it's almost getting to that point now where I think I'm gonna start a reverb store and then start dropping some stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So speaking of dropping things, so I have a friend of mine, and if you watch my old shows, Chris Justice from Sir, who was the amp side, pickup side of the house manager, he is selling a made in Japan Wolfgang. So if you're looking for a made in Japan, this thing is in great shape. It's serial number 10. So if you have interest in that, let me pull that picture up. It's a cool picture. Share this. Serial number 10. He got this when they first came out. He was at Sir and got this from a Fender employee. And it's been sitting. He hasn't played it. I think it's just been hanging up. So if you guys have any interest in this guitar, please email me at 40grit and I will put you in direct communication with Chris. I don't think he's asking an unfair price at all. But I will let him go over pricing with you. If you have interest in that guitar, let me know. There's the back. And it's clean. Plastic, it looks like plastic still on the back covers, comes with the EVH case. And I think that's a nice guitar. I was looking at the what they're going for now. I mean, they're going for some pretty good numbers now, you know, for those guitars. So it might be a good idea to jump on one while they're still available, because the prices on those are probably going to continue to go up. The quality on those guitars are amazing. So if you have any interest on that guitar, it's a made in Japan EVH, and Chris Justice is selling it. Chris Justice is probably one of the most reputable people I know, and if you're looking for one, let me know. You just email me and I'll get you in contact with him. Metal Cop says, Ed wanted, man, what is going on here? These guys are sending some books in. See, I think my chair's up all the way. Maybe I should sit up. Ed wanted the real Floyd on his Ernie Ball Music Band, but one man at Fender, Dan Smith, yeah, that's a good story. Fender owned the rights to the Floyd, correct, and Smith held a grudge that Ed passed on a Fender signature model. Interestingly enough about that, so I posted on my Facebook page when I got that guitar the other day that I got that guitar, and I have a friend of mine that I worked with at Sir, and let me pull it up because it's cool what he said. Some comments here. Okay, so Scotty, my buddy at Sir, he said when Eddie visited the custom shop, he really fell in love with our set neck tellies, but I think the suits blew it somehow and he went elsewhere. I can see the similarities here. And that's just from the pictures posted of the black Ernie Ball. So I did hear that story before that Ed went in. You know, Ed also went into Marshall before he went to Peavey to build the Peavey, and he blew it at Marshall too. So I think from the story that I heard about that was that Ed blew that one. Maybe the suits at Fender blew the Fender version. But the story that I heard at Marshall is Ed pretty much blew into Marshall and said, hey, you guys are going to build me a signature amp. And they said, no, we're not. So basically, there's probably a lot more to that story, but pretty cool. Pretty cool stories. And yeah, I did hear that about the Floyd Roses were owned by Fender and they weren't interested in selling them to Ernie Ball. So they went with the Godot. So yeah, very good story. And hey, these are all stories that you can get on YouTube, and I'll sit there and watch that stuff for hours, just going through. Metal Cop actually did a very good comparison video of the. I was going to do a comparison video with my Axis and my Ernie Ball Van Halen, but I mean, there's so many out there. I don't know if I really want to spend my time doing that because a lot of guys, you know, it's just like kicking a dead horse. There's a lot of good videos out there that you can watch. They were actually working with Mr. Rose at the time. I wonder what who was Ernie Ball or Fender? Probably Fender is what I'm thinking. Hey, Metal Cop full story about Ed, Ernie Ball, Music Man on Larry DiMarzio's website. Yes, sir. That's another good one. The Larry DiMarzio story with regards to the Ernie Ball, how the last two, so I think it was you that I watched. I was watching yours, and they were down to 2 pickups. And Steve Lukather picked the final version, and the one that didn't make the final version became the Tone Zone, which oddly enough is one of my favorite pickups. The DiMarzio Tone Zone is one of my favorite pickups. So if you're looking for a DiMarzio Tone Zone, Have no fear. They're great pickups, and you will love that. If you like the Ernie Ball Van Halen guitar pickup, you will love the Tone Zone, which you guys probably already know already. So I won't kick that dead horse either. Jeffrey Boyle's in the chat. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Haven't seen you in here before, so welcome. Appreciate it. Metal Cop, what's up? Yeah, Robbie's talking about Fender. I figured, yeah, interesting stories about all that stuff. I don't want to kick a dead horse and go over it again, but I'm sitting there looking at my performance snakeskin right now. Saw one of those just sold recently on Reverb for $8,000. So those guitars, not so much of a wise move when I bought them because they're expensive, but I think that those will continue to, do you want money in the bank or do you want money hanging on the wall? Or do you want both? Or do you want a 401k? It's all, it's all in the way you want to play it. I've got a pretty good investment in these guitars, and the older I get, the more that they're getting better with regards to pricing. So Power Cores, I have not seen you before, sir, but I appreciate you being here. High grade show. Your thoughts on Charvel USA versus Custom Shop? Well, that's funny you say that, buddy. So oh man, what am I doing here? Okay. I want to goof this up. I don't have a co-pilot tonight. I'm not sure if you guys understand, but my co-pilot is always my son, and he's still at work. So I'm flying solo tonight. My thoughts on USA Charvel versus Custom Shop. So funny you mentioned that because I have a new segment that I'm going to do on here. And get ready. This is pretty funny. I came up with this the other day. I plan on trademarking this. Being in the Navy for 23 years, I texted my son and said, "Hey, do me a favor, On the Radar. I want to do a segment on the show On the Radar, and these are the guitars that I'm looking at right now or I'm watching, and could you make me that?" And he said, "Yeah, I'll come up with something." So he came up with that, and I thought that was pretty freaking cool. So anyways, On the Radar for this week, this is my opening of the On the Radar segment, everybody. So the Charvel for the Custom Shop. So let's take a look at this guitar. This is on my radar right now. I'm going to take you off. Bang. USA Custom Shop, San Dimas, Master Built, Age Nitro, Daphne Blue with original hard soul case and certificate of authenticity. So this guitar is on my radar for a couple different reasons, and I can't figure out if it's good, if it's a good relic, or if it's a bad relic. So why don't you guys tell me what your thoughts are, and then I'll let you know what my thoughts are. Because I am a huge Charvel fan, Mr. Power Chords, and USA stuff. I've got that Bullseye, that USA from, was that 2000, early 2000s, I think that guitar is. Fantastically built. Bridge is in the wrong place, but a fantastic build, just like the Bomber. The Bomber's bridge is in the wrong place too. That's just that time frame, I think. But this one's on my radar. Now somebody put a trem stop in there. And that's the crummy thing about those trem stops, because you can't undo the screw holes. So my recommendation is to always just put a block of wood in there, because there's not too many people that go back and forth from a trem stop to floating. There's just not those guys. You're either a floating guy or you're a down motion only. So in my opinion, stay away from those trem stops, because on a $4,000 guitar, now you're dealing with screw holes inside your spring cavity with no back plate on there, which kind of sucks. He's got heavy duty red springs in there, which I'm sure that guitar, I don't I'm sure it's floating, but if it's floating, you really don't need those heavy duty springs in there. You could probably go with some black ones. And I'm sure that guitar probably isn't set up that well. That's just my opinion. Uh, but yes, badass neck. The neck looks amazing. Um, Somebody had this set up with nines. They put that set up with nines, so he's probably got a bunch of guitars. Whoever owned this had a bunch of guitars, and probably take that sticker off. Um, because I just probably wouldn't leave that on there. But some nice bird's eye and cool guitar. So let me know what you guys think about the relicking job on that, because I don't know. Just my opinion. Excuse me. Let's see. What's everybody saying? My dad was a submarine commander. Oh, cool, man. Nice. That's nice. Lots of Navy people out there. Looks like the sanding was done on one direction. Doesn't look authentic. JMT Bills, I agree with you 100%. I have a hard time stomaching this one, and that's probably why I wouldn't go after it. I just wouldn't go after this one. Not authentic at all. Nothing. This is too okay. So I'm gonna take you off again, buddy. This is too perfect right there. I would have a little wear area. Went in too far. This really makes no sense. This area down here really doesn't make much sense, in my opinion. And I guess this would. I don't understand this one here. I don't understand why this one went up so high. So I think those are DiMarzio pickups. I do like the three-way switch. I don't like the tone. I'd have a three-way there. The more I play, the more I like the three-way there instead of down here. But either way will suffice. 21 fret. 21 fret. I can live with it or not. It doesn't matter. But this right here, that doesn't look very authentic. This doesn't look authentic. And some of the wear in some of these places doesn't look all that great to me. But the neck is fantastic. So that's where I'm at on that one. I got some more stuff here going on. Let's see here. My 2 cents. No way. Over-relic in places it wouldn't normally have wear. Metal Cop, you and I are on the same sheet of paper. Zach Thong says, yeah, beautiful neck. I agree. Let's move on to my next thing I am watching. If you're looking for a Eddie Van Halen, I thought the price on this one was good, and it says make offer. I was thinking about hitting them at 7, cut the pick guard, because I saw a couple guys that cut these pick guards down to just covering the control cavity, and they look kind of cool because there's nothing behind that pick guard. It's just one humbucker. So they look kind of cool when you cut the pick guard down. I was thinking about hitting them at 7 on this, but if you guys are looking for a cheap EVH, he said there's a couple scratches on it, some imperfections. But you say it's got some nicks and scratches, but still very good condition, and is waiting for a new home. So if you're looking for an EVH, this one doesn't look bad at all, especially for $849. Should be all right. You should be all right on that one. Let's go see what else I got. I pulled the. I was going to pull this up just to give you guys an idea on when you spend $6,000 for a Eddie Van Halen Music Man. This guy's asking $6,000 for this one. But the thing is when you get to the back, that's what you're dealing with. So I mean, $6,000 right now for one of these, in my opinion, is kind of a score. I mean, they're getting more and more difficult to find. To find one with a good, in decent condition, is getting tougher. And I just think that you're better off grabbing one if you can grab one. So anyways, they're asking $6,000 for this black one. I threw this one on there because I wanted you guys to see that. And then I saw this one. This is an EVH that somebody bought, put a different pick art on it, but left everything the same. It looks like I don't think the pickup's original. It is not. It's a DiMarzio. 155 is a tone zone, I believe. So that's the guy put a tone zone in it. Hey, this guy's ripping me off. This guy's ripping me off. What the hell? Where's mine at? I did that. I put a tone zone in mine. I took that switch out of the middle because I'm not Eddie Van Halen, and wired the pickup. The pickup on these sounds fantastic. You guys should check those. Check that pickup out being wired. It sounds great. Randy Price had one from OU812. I bought it from him. I threw it inside my pickup. Box, but I'll use it at some point in time. That guy's ripping me off. See if I have anything else on the radar. Oh, yeah, I do have something else on the radar. The final thing I have on the radar is, everybody asked where I get my bodies from on the builds I did. So this guy, let's see here. Where's that? Pro Guitars, that's the guy who I get my builds from, my bodies. They're great. Intonation's always been perfect. Everything's good. So if you're looking for a body to do a project on, that's the guy I use, and he's very fairly priced, and they're CNC, and they're good, and I've never had a problem with the cat. So I've gotten, I don't know how many emails, people asking me who I buy bodies from on eBay. So that guy's got a ton of bodies, bunch of different stuff, but that's who I get my bodies from. That's a piece of alder, obviously. And, but that's who I get my bodies from. And I've never had a problem with the guy. If you're going clear, you got to be a little bit more picky. And obviously you guys can see the rounds right there. You're going to have to do some sanding. I always do some sanding anyways, because I want everything to be, perfect. But these are obviously CNC'd, and then he probably just cleans them up a little bit, and then off they go. But if you're looking for a body for a project, this guy's good. I've bought everybody, maybe one from Warmoth, but everybody I've bought from this cat. So he's cool. That concludes on the radar. Nobody even commented about my radar thing. That's cool, man. It's cool. You could build a better and more realistic for under 800. Probably talking about that Charvel. I agree. I built this one. Let's pull out the green one here. So that's a little more believable in my opinion. It's always good to have a template of where your wear is going to go, but these are this is one of my builds. So in my opinion, I mean, not so believable with regards to the binding on the outside being worn. I mean, I just think that looks cool because it's almost like a binding, like a scrape binding. But that's a cool guitar. This is a great guitar, man. This is like, I was talking, my buddy came over today and we were talking about this one. This was a good one. Let's see here. Metal Cop says, building a black and yellow Bumblebee, had no idea that Ed's came back with a black painted maple neck. The headstock was painted black, I assume. I assume that's what you're saying. Yeah. I think headstock was painted on that, right? Not a deal. Blue Mox, what's up, man? Not a deal. I just got a brand new white Relic for $6.99 at. Yeah, you can find You could find deals on that. I thought that was cool because everything's there. If you're just looking to throw a neck on it, if you have a neck sitting around the house, you can just throw it on there. But I saw that today and I was like, maybe somebody might be interested in grabbing that and just throwing a neck on there. There's deals everywhere, man. I'm looking at one of those Charvel bangles right now. There's a guy locally that has it on, is it OfferUp or I think it's OfferUp, and I'm getting ready to steal that one, I think. Zach Song saying hi, everybody saying hi to each other. That's cool. Zach found Randy, that's another guy that has some cool guitars. Who are we talking about? Blue. Who's got cool guitars? Let me know who we're talking about. I like cool guitars. Same things are pretty good. The On the Radar graphic was effing cool. Yeah, you know what? It was so effing cool. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. What do you say? I say we watch it again with so you guys can you see when it pings, it's a I could watch that for hours. Thanks, man. Thanks, Metal Cop. My son put that together. I could never do that. I'd be sitting on that for days. He put that together about, 20 minutes. See here. Wayne McConnell. What's up, man? I have not seen you in my chat before. That's EVH standard. I freaking love it. Hey there, people. It's just got a gorgeous EVH standard. Love it. Yeah, man, those EVH guitars are cool. I'm really looking forward to going to NAMM show because I heard that EVH is going to be there. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have coming this year because hopefully there's some good stuff. Coming. Umberto said he ordered a guitar neck and body from K&E Guitars. It should be getting shipped soon. I ordered it in mid-October. Yeah, it takes forever to get anything with guitar guys, man. I've been waiting on a guitar for 2 years from a cat. And still waiting. It takes forever to get something from somebody. Because there's always something to anticipate. There's always something coming in. So I guess you can look at it from that aspect. I use a Texas Ghost at my tribute Danzig show. The guitar kicked ass. Thanks to you, 40 Grit. Well, I appreciate that. If you don't know, Umberto had a guitar that we fixed. And he sent it to me from Texas. And I fixed it and sent it back to him. And apparently now it's playing Danzig music. So, very cool. Randy Price is in the chat. Where's Randy Price? What up, Randy? Randy Price and me are going to be doing a show together. More towards the end of the month, I think. No, on the original Bumblebee, the entire back of the neck was painted black. Oh, I didn't know that. Ed swapped necks and sanded the Bumblebee neck. I'll send you some pics. Yeah, do that. That'd be interesting to see. He never liked that guitar. He said he wrestled with that one. Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to see pictures of that. I would like to see pictures of that. Yeah, Metal, that didn't last long. Yeah, that guitar didn't last too long. Let's see here. Upcoming. See, talked about that. Talked about Chris's Wolfgang. Talked about the Ibanez. Talked about the new Van Halen. You guys see my Peter Frampton video? That Peter Frampton Les Paul, that would be the guitar that I would sell last out of all my Les Pauls because I've got some pretty cool Les Pauls. I would surely sell that one last. Those Peter Framptons are cool. So if you get a chance to check out a Peter Frampton Les Paul, please do so. They're awesome. Wayne McConnell. 40, did you see the video where they seize all those legal guitars? Ha! So yeah, I got a friend of mine, Lou, the guy who played all the Randy Rhoads stuff, who demoed the Randy Rhoads pedal with me. He's a Les Paul guy. and he bought a couple, and he had contacted them. He had contacted the builder overseas and said, "Hey, man, so is my guitar one of those guitars that they seized?" And they came back to him and said, "We can assure you that your guitar is not in that seizure," which almost makes me wonder if that was staged, or because that's a lot of guitars, man. I mean, I don't know about that, but hey, I'd like to have that Zach Wild. That Zach Wild with the gray and the black bullseye was cool looking. I like to have that guitar. It's cool looking. I can make it play good. Mr. Mix in the chat. What's up? Hey, sorry I started a little earlier today because there's, OU 812's on at, I think 7 o'clock is what I saw. So I wanted to get in here and touch base with you guys before he goes on and let you guys know that all is well. And, so, hey, what's up, Mr. Mick? How's it going, bro? Appreciate you being here. People are starting to jump in now. Cushman, what's up? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Everybody's saying hello to each other. So let me make sure I went over everything. You guys have any questions, let me know. I think I got my guitar. I was going to check this out too. Get your thoughts on what I think it's still plugged in. Get your guys' thoughts on my volume with regards to the guitar. So I just bought one of those Friedman IRJs, the Friedman Jakey Lee. I bought the pedal, and this one's out of tune. But let me know. Let me know how that volume is, just so that I know for future reference. But this thing's badass. I mean, it just plugs right into the Rodecaster, and it sounds fantastic. I come in here and mess with this thing, just put my headphones on and plug in and check it out, and it sounds great. So let me know how the volume is on that, because last thing I want to do is go blowing people's ears out or have it sound like shit. Oh, when I plug in, no clipping. Good. That's what I was worried about. Perfect. So that's that. I appreciate your guys' assistance because, like I said, I'm flying without a co-pilot tonight. Do I prefer maple or ebony fretboards, or does it matter? I think it's a preference. I have guitars that are ebony boards, and I think they feel great. For me personally, I think that ebony boards feel a little slicker. For me personally, like they play cleaner. I don't know how to explain. But I have ebony boards, I have maple boards, I have rosewood boards, I've got them all. I've got Palfero on that Charvel, my red Charvel, which I did a show on. I still get a lot of hits on that red Charvel. I actually had a guy hit me up the other day and asked me if I wanted to sell it, and I put a lot of love into that guitar, so I'm not going to sell that one. But do I maple? Probably maple's my go-to, just because I think it always looked cool. I grew up playing rosewood fretboards because maple fretboards on Kramers just weren't accessible, or they were really expensive. So the Kramers that I had when I was younger were always rosewood. So when I got my first maple fretboard, I kind of felt like I had arrived. So yeah, I think it's maple fretboard for me personally, but that's where I'm at on that. What do you prefer, Mr. Mick? Do you like ebony? What do you prefer? Let me know. Okay, good. Yeah, I plugged all this stuff in, got ready to come on and do a show. I think I might have done a show with it, and I was having audio problems, and then I went off. We did a show not live, got everything adjusted, went to go live again, and my Ethernet cord went out because this guitar room's way on the other side of the house from the Wi-Fi. So I have to run an Ethernet cord to the room, which runs all the way down a freaking long hallway. And when I went to go plug in Ethernet, I had no Ethernet that night. I went to go live, so I couldn't go live because it'll stop. The my reception isn't that great in this room, so I've got to run a cord. Sounded good, thank you. It sounded good on a guitar that's out of tune and terrible. So if that sounded good, well then I guess I'm in good business. I appreciate you guys commenting. So now I know I don't have to touch anything. I touch nothing, and everything sounds good. So please let me know. Please let me know if anything sounds not so good. Ryan Hall, I saw your video. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you on here. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And everybody's jumping in now. Let's see here. Kurt, what do we have here? You have you got me, buddy. Here I am. Kurt and I are going to be doing a show next Tuesday. So Kurt's going to come on, show off some of his guitars, and he just got an EVH Frankenstein, which he sent me some pictures on Messenger about the upgrades he's doing, and I'm looking forward to seeing it, and I'm looking forward to having him on. So Kurt's going to come on next Tuesday, the 17th, and we're going to do a show together and talk guitars, and it'll be nice because I won't be by myself, and somebody else can talk, and I can sit here and drink whatever I want to drink. So yes, Kurt, I'm here. Thanks for being here, pal. Appreciate it. And you guys will see Kurt here next Tuesday. Robbie says, Kurt. Randy Price has a cool collection. Randy Price has some cool guitars. Route 44. Randy's coming on too. Randy's coming on at the end of the month. I think I said that already. But Randy Price is the guy that I think I was watching OU 812 the first time I saw him, and he had so much knowledge about, I thought I had knowledge about Van Halen stuff. That guy's got a lot of knowledge about Van Halen stuff. And I was amazed by the stuff he was saying, and it was right. He was coming with it quick. So, you know, he knew it. So, yeah, that's going to be cool. I've got quite a few people on the hook, actually. Garrett Overstreet from Sustain Guitars is going to come on. I think we're going to be doing something together, and then he's going to come on. So I've got some guests coming up. I apologize for the break. Sometimes you just got to take a break. I mean, like, work for me has been kind of goofy, and you know, it's just been taxing, you know. So when you get home at night, that's the last thing I want to do is go and talk about guitars. But then you have days like this when I started my day in the garage with my buddy, who I flew to Nashville with to go. Okay, see, he's one of those grand poobahs of Gibson that they go there and he's treated like royalty when he comes in because he throws himself around, and he buys these guitars, and he brought 4 over today, and I went through them for him. And we got to sit in the garage and talk guitars and stuff. And I set up his guitars. We changed some strings and just bullshitted. And I'll tell you what, man, that's like therapeutic. So as soon as I got done with him, I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna go on tonight. So I kind of set up today, putting some stuff on with regards to the On the Radar segment, and you know, figuring out what I was going to talk about. The biggest thing for me was overcoming the volumes and stuff, because when I change something, you know, I get worried about if it's going to be right or it's going to be bad, because the last thing I want to do is do something that's mediocre. You know, if you've got to do something, do it right. And so I appreciate all the feedback tonight with regards to the volumes. I won't have to touch anything. Everything's good. And the Rodecaster's doing well. My Friedman sounds good. So if I have to plug in to demo something, I can do that. And I guess everything else is good. So, and now everybody's jumping in to chat. So let's go. Everybody's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. Nice. Oh, yeah, when two's on. Hey, man, what's going on, bro? Check out Ryan. Those guys are going on at 7 o'clock in about an hour. So he does a gear and demo show. So I think they're gonna be setting up a Marshall tonight, is what I saw. I think Trev's gonna be setting up his Marshall, so I'll probably watch that and jump in with you guys. Mr. Mick has commented. He said Maple feels better to me, but I have both. Yeah, I think that I think the ebony necks feel very fast. Fast is the term. That's what I was looking for. Ebony boards for me feel very fast. So so that's good. Saying hello to each other by saying hi. See, Zach Thong says, Kurt doing well, just chilling right now. Hope you're doing well. Everybody saying hello to each other. That's good. See ya. Oh my goodness. Holly Lewis is in the chat. What's up, Holly? How you doing? Hey, did you get my Van Halen poster framed yet? Let me know. And then maybe for Christmas, I'll send you a frame if you haven't done it yet. So let me know if you've got that framed. And I would love to see it framed on the wall at the Holly Lewis residence. See here. Any see, it's relaxing. What's your thoughts on the new set Kramers of the 84 Humbucker? Are they worth $1,000? I don't know, man. I mean, like I've got so many of the vintage Kramers. I wouldn't even think about dabbling in that new stuff. I just wouldn't. Are they worth $1,000? Probably. If you think of, what they do to them, I'll go check them out. I assume you're talking about Humbucker, the 84 version. That's cool. I mean, it's a more versatile guitar. So is it worth $1,000? I would think so. I mean, shoot, the Charvels are what, 17, 15, 17? That Charvel Relic I think was $17.99, the red one that I got. So yeah, probably worth $1,000, I would think. Let's see here. Kurt says we need to do a feature on your show too. Okay, well, it's just everybody's going to be doing each other's. Pete, what's up? How's it going, man? What's going on with you? I see that's a Made in Japan, isn't it? That's a Made in Japan Wolfgang there. Thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate it. What's up, buddy? I don't know. Hopefully things get a little bit more normal here soon, and we get just hopefully everything gets dialed in, and things become things get back to the norm. That's what I'm kind of hoping. I'm tired of all this drama and nonsense. Everybody's saying hello to each other still. See if anybody's got any questions here. Is your rig 100% in the Rode universe? Heck no. No, man. I felt like I took a leap off of the deep end going with the into that Rodecaster. I was watching the guys on the other shows with those, and I was like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to have something like that. But I had some pretty novice stuff because when I started this channel, I didn't know if I was going to keep doing it, and so then it got to the point to where I was like, okay, I can start putting some money in this, because whether I do it once a month or whether I do it once a week, it's still good to have good stuff to where, you can dial in stuff like, cool stuff like that. And, you can plug your guitar in, and I have to plug in a whole guitar amp. Because over there I got the, I'm playing through the EVH, what's that thing called? The Iconic. That Iconic 80-watt head is just fantastic. I've talked about that guitar to like so many friends of, or that amp to so many friends of mine. They've bought them. They're like, hey man, this is a great amp. They're great amps. And that's my go-to right now. I got two 50-watt EVHs, a PV5152, an EVH 100-watt, a Soldano 50-watt hot rod, a Marshall JVM, and two 5150 combos. And I'm going through the Iconic. So that should explain what what I prefer. When I come in here to play, I plug directly into my Iconic. I'm playing through two EVH 50-watt or two 212s, stacked 212, two stacked 212s into the 80-watt Iconic head, and it sounds fantastic. And I've warmed up to that SDE 3000, that EVH. I've warmed up to the reverb now, and when I go to switch back over to my Boss DD3, doesn't sound that great. So I've warmed up to the SDE 3000 now, and I've kind of tweaked that a little bit, and very happy with the way that my rig sounds good. So, am I 100% in the Rode universe? Absolutely not, sir. And it was a shot in the dark, for lack of a better term, with the Jakey Lee of me plugging that directly into the Rode, thinking it was going to work. I didn't know, and then it worked, and I was like, "Oh my god, this sounds really good." The only thing I did was tweak the reverb inside the Rodecaster, and that's the reverb I'm using. I'm going direct from the pedal into the Rodecaster, and then tweak the reverb inside the Rodecaster. So that worked out very well for me. And if you're looking to, the Rodecaster's cool, man. There's a lot of stuff you can do. And my son figured it out for me and told me, okay, do this, do that. And then, so he kind of figured everything out for me, and that's what's doing there. Pete says he found a mint Kramer 84 for, oh my God. It was a hard not to pull the trigger, played really nice. So did you not? A mint Kramer 84 for four. Oh, so the newer Kramer 84s, even for $400, bro, that would, I would have, what color was it? $400, man. I'd be all over that. I pulled the trigger on that, Kramer Focus 2000 or whatever it was over at Dane's. And that thing plays great. I think I paid $300 for that guitar or something like that. But man, that's a vintage. That's good. That's good stuff. I love the solid bent base plate. Yeah. Zach, what's up, bro? Wonder if I worked on it, Pete. Okay, now hold on a second. Are we talking about a real 84 or is it one of the Kramer 84s later reissued? Please let me know, so I'm not up all night wondering about this. 40 Grit has the best inspection process I have adopted. Start from the headstock and work your way down. Great advice. I wish I could say I own that one, buddy. That's John Sir. John Sir, Mike Ponce taught me that. And Mike Ponce is all those guys, man. I think about my time at Sir, and I am very, very thankful for my time there, because those guys taught me how to work on guitars. Because I know one thing, I can work on a guitar. I can make any guitar play good, I think. We got to get that framed, girl. That poster's way too cool to not have framed. We got to get that framed. So, hey, Kurt, thanks for that, bro. I appreciate you saying that. And it is a great process. You miss nothing. If you go from the headstock and work your way down, check everything, you can't mess it up, because everything starting at the headstock, if you set up everything, by the time you get down to your bridge, it's gonna be perfect. It's, you know, if you start at the bridge, you're not starting at the right spot. Not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I did not know that Trev will be showing off as Marshall. I did not know that either until today when I was checking scheduling, and I'll be watching that tonight. I'll jump on there and see how everybody's doing. Zach's watching some hockey. It was a newer one. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. I would love to play a vintage Kramer one day. Well, they're out there. And sometimes you can find them in places that you wouldn't expect, and they're really, they're good. So, and you can get it for a good price. If you can get one for a good price, man, you can. That's awesome. I love my, I got to get it now. I can't, hold on a second. I got this one at Zim's, and I did a video on it. And man, this thing is awesome. The pickups were terrible. I took out the tone knob, put a kill switch in it, left the 3-way switch on there, put a low friction EVH pot or a Bourne pot in it, and took the pickups were terrible. And I put EVH Wolfgang made in Mexico pickups in it, so it's got the Wolfgang bridge and neck. And man, this guitar, and this is vintage. This is old school. So nice, nice Kramer Focus, and man, this thing plays great. So you can find them. You just got to be on the lookout. You got to have your radar up. You got to what? You got to have your radar up. I don't think there's anything cooler than that. I could watch it. I could watch it every day. I can see why Pete passed. Robbie is not a fan of the newer Kramer stuff, so God bless. I understand. I get it. And if you don't know who Robbie Stingle is, if you're new in this chat, you don't know who Robbie Stingle is, please go check out his channel. That guy is a beast, and he's a encyclopedia of knowledge with regards to Kramer stuff. And Robbie, you and I still have to do a show because that Floyd Rose Estelle sitting over there, that one I bought from that guy. So we still have to do a show and talk about that. Let's see. It's my baby. Okay, so I'm hoping that you got it. So I don't know if you did or if you didn't, but hopefully you bought it. Okay, I don't know if you're talking to me. You see the pre-order for a new Wolfgang custom shop. I did see those. So kind of cool. Symmetry's here. Trev, you should be setting up your Marshall. You should be getting that all dialed up. So when I come in, you guys are sitting there talking about it. Hope everyone saw Wolf. So that's cool, Holly, that you brought that up, because there's a guy, I didn't even know what that was. And from what I understand, Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers was on one. And I guess that's a channel where they play a song for somebody and then they bring a drummer in and he plays along with it, but what he would play. I didn't even understand what it was, but I watched the Chad Smith one but I watched the Wolfgang one first. Then I watched the Chad Smith one, but the Wolfgang one was cool. And hey, is it me or is Wolfgang dropping some weight? Because he looks fantastic. And I'm really happy for that kid, man. That kid has been through the ringer with what people have put him through. And he's a badass. So I'm very happy for that kid. And I'm really happy for him. He's a good kid. So I'm not sure if I ever told you guys a story, but my birthday is January 26th, the same as Ed's. And my son's birthday is March 17th. So 3/16 for Wolfgang, January 26th for me and Ed. And then my son came in one day after at March 17th on St. Patrick's Day. So I guess that's the evolution of, hopefully somewhere out there, me and Ed and Wolfgang and my son are all in the same universe together somehow, some way. So, by saying hello to each other. I appreciate everybody being here and commenting and stuff. And I got new glasses and my bifocals are kicking in here. Fretting it forward. Zims in Arizona from Dane. Yes, I bought that from Dane at Dane's shop, Zims Guitars. If you're not familiar with Zims Guitars, he does have an online website, and he'll sell you a guitar. You just have to call him to set up stuff. I've gone live from Dane's twice, maybe 3 times, and we've sold a guitar every time. So I need to go out and see Dane again. I'm surprised he hasn't popped up in the chat, but I need to go out and see Dane. Maybe I'll go out there next Tuesday. I'm off on next Tuesday before the I'm off next Tuesday before the show of me and Kurt. So yeah, do a show when you say 40. Okay, Robbie Stingle is also on the radar. Robbie Stingle is now officially on the radar. Robbie's on the radar. Yeah, right. I mean, Wolf looks awesome. I mean, he looks really good, and he looks good. So, I'm really happy for that kid, man. I had my buddy over today, and we were messing around with the SA-126. We pulled it out, it's sitting right there in the case, and we pulled it out, and he checked it out. He goes, "Man, this is a really cool guitar." I bet you he goes and buys one. And by the way, Black Mountain Guitars in Cave Creek, where I got the Ernie Ball Van Halen from, he's got every color in stock. So, and they're doing 20% off right now. So if you're interested in one of those, check out Black Mountain Guitars in Cave Creek, Arizona. And I'm thinking that if you're not in state, you could probably bypass a sales tax. So, check out ask for Ed. If you check out Black Mountain Guitars, ask for Ed. Really cool guy. He is the guitar tech for the Gin Blossoms when they tour. So I had a really nice chat with him the other day when I went in there and bought that guitar. And really cool guys and very nice meet. And if you're late to the party, they have a red Eddie Van Halen Music Man over there. I think he won $6,000 for it. So if you're looking for and I held that guitar, great condition, no wear on the chrome. It's like it's been sitting in the case for 20 years. Camera's good to go. Everything is in. Okay. So it looks like he's ready for the show. Listen to Robbie's stuff when you people have moments, some impressive pieces. I agree 100%. Pete says he saw Mammoth last year. Awesome live band. They are awesome. I saw them here in Phoenix. I think it was at the Marquee Theater. And that was a good show. I enjoyed watching him. They opened up for Alter Bridge. And as soon as Wolf was done, I left. So Garrett Overstreet in the chat from Sustained Guitars. Garrett and I talked today. We're going to be doing a project together. So that is also, I guess it'd be fair to say that Garrett Overstreet's on the radar as well. So Garrett's coming up. That's cool about the B-Days. Well, happy birthday. Good for you. Good for you, Holly. Holly is a long time, I'm a long time fan of Holly Lewis. So thanks for being here, Holly. I appreciate it. And happy birthday. Good for you. Guitar Man 45. That's cool about the birthdays. Let's see here. Whoa, what's going on here? Guitar Man 45. Yeah, happy birthday, Guitar Man 45. You hope Wolf could get a healthy weight so he can be here for a long time. Hey, man, everybody's got their vice. I mean, like, that's how I think I'm kind of in tune about stuff like that. I've got my vice. I know what my vices are. I mean, like, I like to eat. If I get stressed out, I go eat. And thank God I don't have an alcohol problem or a drug problem or anything like that. I never have. But, I mean, when you're in the military, you can't. But I guess you could have an alcohol problem. But I got off that alcohol wagon pretty quick. But when I was young. And, but everybody's got a vice. And I think that, that kid, that was probably his vice. He just likes to indulge in some good food. So good for him. And God bless. And I'm 100% with you. I hope he gets to a healthy weight till he's just healthy. That's all I care about. I just want to be healthy, I've been working on my 85-inch prototype with factory parts. Yeah, I saw that guitar. That's a cool guitar, man. Somebody was talking about Marty Bell the other day, the paint. I talked to a guy and he said that he's retired. And I said, I don't think he's, oh, it was Garrett. I know he's still painting your stuff, Robbie. I'm pretty sure. So, maybe he's retired for some, but some for not. I don't know. But, yeah, I was talking to Garrett about him the other day. I think that you and Rob Johnson. Yeah, Rob Johnson's the Van Halen guy, right? He did a panel that my screen would explode from guitar overload. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff. That guy, the original was, what was that guy? Smith. Was his name Smith? Steve Smith. Steve Smith or Scott Smith. Scott Smith was the original Kramer guy. Him and Jerry Leica. Those are the original guys that I remember for the Van Halen stuff. I remember seeing Scott Smith's basement. And I was like, oh my God. I just thought that was so cool when I saw it. And then I had the chance to go to Jerry Leica's house one day with my buddy. And I got to hold a couple of the guitars that he had built. This is long. I think I was home on leave from the military. And my buddy was good friends with Jerry Leica. And I got to go over to Leica's house and check out a couple of his guitars, man. I mean, like, those guys are crazy. I don't have the patience to do that stuff. I'd rather pay somebody because it's like a surprise when I get it. But yeah, Rob Johnson's got some cool stuff. I always watch when that guy's talking about guitar stuff. He seems like he's a cool cat. Happy birthday. Everybody saying happy birthday. Seems like I'm on the Garrett, Garrett, you are officially on the radar. Tell me if it gets old, because it's not getting old for me. Trev, which guitar we be using? Okay, everybody's talking. Wolf on drum. Yeah, it was epic. It was cool to see him on there. Very cool. I thought it was neat. Let's see. Marty still paints for me. Yes, he does. Okay, cool. Scott Smith, correct. Yeah. Getting older, man. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to feel it too. Like when I'm thinking about stuff and I'm trying to remember, like Dana Strum today, like I'm trying to remember stuff. Like when I was younger, I was quick on that stuff. Now, not so much, but yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Kurt said Scott Smith, Jerry Leica, Rob Johnson are the Godfathers. See, I thought I was right about that. Jerry Leica was in Detroit with us, so Jerry Leica. I guess I can share the story. Jerry Leica went to a Van Halen show, was standing outside. Alex Van Halen and I forgot what the producer's name was. Walked out. They said, you know, of a good pizza place around here. This is a story I got. And he said, yeah, I know where a good one is. Took him there. Ate dinner with him. Got tickets, backstage passes. Totally started a relationship with the guy, the tour manager, Scotty Ross. Totally started a relationship with Scotty Ross, and every time they came, he had backstage passes, and my buddy Lou went, the guy who did the Randy Rhoads stuff. So I know Jerry Leica through Lou, and Jerry Leica had some really cool. So I think I talked to Jerry like once or something, but he had some really cool stuff, man. Like there were a couple of times when Lou said he was going to buy one from Jerry, and I go, God, bro, do it, buy it, and he didn't buy it. I don't know why, but yeah, Rob Johnson, Scott Smith, and Jerry Leica are the godfathers of the Van Halen stuff. I agree. Stripe pattern. Put some of my own custom stripe pattern on the 85 Lynch. Well, that's going to be cool, bro. Maybe when you get it done, bring it on, or I'm sure you'll do it on your channel, and you can bring it on here, and we can check it out. Ted Templeman. No, it was Scotty Ross. And then when I met Ed at the NAMM show in like 96 or whatever it was, 90, 98, I don't know, 90 something. I sat and talked to him for a long time. And then I bumped into James Brown again and talked to him forever. He told me how he slept on the floor of 5150 when he was up there tweaking that 5150 amp with that. He had some cool stories, man. So very lucky to have talked to some people, some cool people. I've talked to some cool people in my life, man. I'll tell you that much. Here's a cool guy. He has 4 guitar projects going right now. Oh, cool. Yeah, man. That guy does good stuff, man. That guy did like spot on good stuff. Let's see, who the guy who did mine. Robbie, what's the guy who did mine? See, bro, I'm losing my mind. Maybe I'm like losing my mind, like the old people, the Alzheimer's. Maybe I'm getting that. God, I hope not. But yeah, Dive Bomb Guitars, and he did both of my Van Halens, and they're awesome. They're an awesome job on both those guitars. So, all right, let's see. Hour and 20 minutes I've been on, so I think I'm getting ready to wrap. Kyle Finch, that's him. Kyle Finch. See, you don't say these people's names for a while. Kyle had some cool Charvels that he was selling. I wonder if he ended up selling them. Check out Dive Bomb Guitars. Check out Kyle Finch. Check out Jerry Leica. Rob Johnson. He's got that guy's. I just saw him with. I forgot what show he was on the other day, but I watched him on a show the other day, and it's cool. Yeah, Kyle. Not losing your mind. We all have that memory if you're over 40. Yeah, I think. Well, I'm 50. I'll be 54 next month. and it's really starting to kick in for me. So the good thing is I still know how to work on guitars. I can go out there and throw a guitar on there and still tweak it out a little bit pretty good. 40 star age, brother. I get it. Hey, man, I'm embracing it. I'm liking the getting older thing. Because I look at these younger kids right now, I want to choke them. He still does headstocks for me, chop and glue. Kyle, yeah. Kyle's doing gun stuff now. Kyle told me that he was going to be doing gun stocks, and he was doing guitar stuff for police departments and stuff like that. So that's cool. Yeah, Kyle's a good guy, man, and he builds some good Van Halen stuff. I turned 40 in August. I got a lot to look forward to. Yeah, buddy, prepare yourself. Make sure you start stretching now. I just learned that about 6 months ago. Waking up in the morning and stretch it out for about 10. All those 23 years in the military, we stretched for probably 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes before PT, and I never appreciated it. I always thought it was lame the way I had to sit there and stretch so good. But I never got hurt when we were doing our exercise. Especially when I was in the Seabees. I mean, we ran Coronado Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We ran the perimeter of the base in formation with cadence, and that was a lot of fun. And remembering my stretching stuff now, being older, it's nice because I'm not as stiff in the mornings. I don't get out of bed like all creaking and stuff. So if you're experiencing some creak and stuff, check out some stretches, man, because although it may not be the most masculine thing in the world, I'm feeling a lot better to stretching myself out in the morning before I go to work. That's for sure. 59, 60 in a few weeks. Yeah, buddy. I mean, yeah. Hey, but we got to grow up during Van Halen. That's what I always tell everybody. I got to grow up during the Van Halen era. For me personally, it has been the ESP lawsuit next. I send to Kyle, won't use anything else. Yeah, Robbie's very particular with regards to the stuff that he uses. It's always old school, and I surely respect that. I'm not quite there yet. I'll throw it together, and if it plays good, and if it sounds good, it is good. Like what Ed says, if it sounds good, it is good. So, I guess in your own mind. So let me do one more quick run here. Got 34 in the chat right now. I appreciate you guys being here. Been a while since I've been on, like I said. Work's been kind of crazy right now. So when I get home at night, that's the last thing I want to do is do this. Now we're going to turn to a stretching channel. Stretch for 20 minutes for martial arts and kept from pulling or tearing. Yeah, man. I tore my rotator cuff probably about a year ago. And I'll tell you what, I've never had pain like that. And they sent me to physical therapy, and it's gotten a lot. It's gone now. I mean, but I realized when I was going through that stuff that how important stretching yourself out is. And luckily, I had my military background to where I remembered all the stretches that we did before PT. So I just do those, and now all I have to do is go run a couple miles, and then I'll be good to go. We are hooking up at NAMM 2025. Anybody? I'm going to NAMM. You're going to be there. We'll see you. I'm taking my boy. He'll be in tow, and then we'll just bump into whoever we bump into. So if you guys are going to NAMM, I look forward to seeing you. And you guys can email me directly and say, "Hey, man, meet me at the hot dog stand," or whatever. I mean, I'll come and hang out with you guys. I would love to meet you guys. Whoever wants to hang out, go walk around, check out some guitars together and stuff. What we should do is get a huge tribe of us and all walk into the EVH booth together, and then we can sit there and check everything out and pick it all apart. You know what I'm saying? Be fun. Just got over 6 weeks. See, they wanted to cut on me, buddy, and I said, you ain't cutting on me. So I understand. I understand. I wish they did one on the East Coast. How about a NAMM show? They don't do summer NAMM anymore? Maybe they don't do it anymore. I don't know. Fretting it forward. I'll be there. Yeah, man. It's going to be good. Maybe we could all meet up and I'll go up to the EVH booth together. I think that'd be hilarious. We all just go marching in there together. The 40 grit militia. Go in there and go pick them apart. Tell them their string alignment's off. All right. Well, I am going to wrap this up because I think my better half just got home. And I'm going to go say hello to her. And then I'm going to jump on and check out OU812. So, appreciate y'all guys all being here. Next week's me and Kurt, 5150. We're going to jump on. He's going to go through some of his guitars. And then more toward the end of the month, I think Randy Price is going to come on. I got to get Robbie Stingle on. And then I got Garrett's going to come on. And, we got some other stuff going on. So, Holly Lewis, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. It was a pleasure seeing all you guys. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for being here. I am going to wrap this up. And Ryan Hall says, take care, 40. Later, 40, great good show tonight. I say safe, you too. Wayne, great show. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And I'm going to wrap this up. All right, one more time. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. I will see you guys on the next one. And next Tuesday, me and Kurt 5150 deuces. And I'll see you guys later.